All right, let me tell you a story. It's about a young guy, we'll call him Jake. He's ambitious, works hard at a coffee shop, and has this burning desire to become wealthy. But here's the thing. He comes from a poor background, and he has absolutely no idea where to even start. He's got all the drive in the world, but he's missing the map. And that's where our story really kicks off.
So one day, Jake sees this older, super well-dressed man in the coffee shop. He figures this guy must know something, so he works up the nerve to ask him for advice. And this is the response he gets. A total shutdown. We'll call him Mr. Grumpy, and he basically just says that young people are full of excuses. It's that classic generational clash, you know? And honestly, it sets the stage perfectly for everything we need to talk about today.
You've seen this scene play out before, right? It just highlights this huge disconnect. The world has totally changed. The path to success isn't some straight line like it might have been for Mr. Grumpy's generation. Today, you guys are juggling work, school, and trying to plan a future in a world that is, let's be honest, way more complicated. You need real guidance, not someone gatekeeping the secrets. So what is the right advice for someone like Jake? What's the real map? Well, if you cut through all the noise and the grumpy, outdated opinions, the roadmap to building wealth really boils down to 5 core principles. And these are the exact steps that anyone, and I mean anyone, including you, can follow to start building real, lasting wealth, no matter what your starting line looks like.
Okay, first things first, we have to build the foundation, and this principle is called sharpen your axe. This is, without a doubt, the most important step, and it's the one most people try to skip. Think about it. Before you can even think about cutting down that giant tree of financial success, you have to make sure your tool is actually sharp enough for the job.
And this just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? So many people here start a business and they just jump in head first. But without the right skills, you're just swinging a dull axe around. You're wasting all your energy, getting frustrated, and you're getting nowhere. It's a perfect recipe for burnout and failure. You need a sharp axe.
So how do you sharpen your axe? It's simple. You master a high-income skill. Now, this isn't just any old skill. We're talking about a specific ability that companies are desperate for, one that can bring in a serious monthly income. But it's more than just the money. It's like a master key that unlocks doors to opportunities you never even knew existed.
And what's so cool about this is how relevant these skills are right now in today's world. We're talking about things like video editing, writing words that sell, that's copywriting, software development, or being able to close those big, high-value sales deals. Seriously, just mastering one of these can put you in an incredibly powerful position in the market.
And what kind of position is that? Well, the goal with a high-income skill is to be able to pull in at least this much every single month. Yeah, it's an ambitious target, but it is absolutely achievable. And hitting that number, it completely changes your financial life. It gives you the fuel, the capital you need for all the next steps.
But let's get one thing straight. This isn't going to happen overnight, and that's okay. The most crucial thing here is to shift your mindset. You are not looking for some get-rich-quick scheme. You are building a foundation for sustainable, long-term wealth. So just zoom out, extend your time horizon, trust the process, and know that if you build the skills, the money will absolutely follow.
Okay, so you've sharpened your axe, you've mastered a skill, and that income is starting to flow in. Awesome. Now let's move on to our second principle. Lock away your money. This is all about how to turn your earnings into a powerful, automatic growth engine.
I absolutely love this analogy because it is so true. When you first start making real money, it's so tempting to constantly check on it, move it around, trade it, spend it, manage it. But the more you mess with it, making decisions based on fear or excitement, the more it just crumbles away. The real key is to have a system and then leave it alone.
Okay, get ready for this because it's a wild one. Think about this for a second. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in history, made nearly all of his money after his 50th birthday, a time when most people are thinking about slowing down. How is that even possible? It wasn't some crazy secret strategy. It was something incredibly simple that is available to every single one of us.
And the answer is the 8th wonder of the world, compound interest. This is the magic. It's where your money starts working for you, earning you more money, and then that new money starts earning its own money. It creates this snowball effect, an exponential curve. And the single most important ingredient is time. Buffett just gave his money more time to work its magic than almost anyone else.
So how do you put this into action for yourself? It's a super simple 2-step process. First, commit to investing a percentage of your income, not a fixed dollar amount. That way, as your income grows, your investments grow right along with it. Second, and this is crucial, automate it. Set it up once and forget it. This takes emotion out of the equation and guarantees you're consistent, which is the key to letting compounding do its thing.
All right, principle number 3. This one's a big one because it's not really about money, it's about what's going on in your head. It's called dare to fail. This is the mindset shift that truly separates the people who just dream from the people who actually do.
Let's just be real for a moment. I want you to ask yourself, what is the one thing that's truly holding you back? Is it really a lack of opportunity? Is it the economy? Or is it something inside you? For most people, the biggest roadblock is right between their ears.
And there it is, the #1 killer of dreams, fear. It's not just the fear of failing itself, but maybe even more powerful, it's the fear of what your friends, your family, what other people will think if you fail. That fear can be totally paralyzing. It stops you from taking the smart, calculated risks that are necessary for huge rewards.
So listen, this is the most important part. If you are young, you have the single greatest asset in the entire universe of wealth building. And that asset is time. You literally have decades to recover from any mistake or any failure. This means you can and you absolutely should take more calculated risks than someone who's older. Failure isn't a life sentence, it's just a lesson. And you've got all the time in the world to apply what you learn.
Now for the final keys to the kingdom. This section combines our last 2 principles, and it's all about playing the long game. Because this isn't just about getting rich, it's about staying rich and always growing. Okay, have you ever heard of Mount Stupid? It's part of a psychological thing called the Dunning-Kruger effect. Basically, when we learn just a little bit about something, our confidence shoots through the roof, way higher than our actual ability. Lots of people get to the top of that peak and get stuck there, thinking they know it all. But truly wealthy people, they know that wealth is a skill. They stay humble, and they commit to being students for life.
And that commitment to learning leads us perfectly to our 5th and final principle. Curate your environment. And look, this isn't just a nice idea. We have the data. A study from 2024 found a direct link. The more wealthy friends a person has, the more likely they are to save and invest. Your environment, the people you surround yourself with, it is incredibly powerful. You have to surround yourself with people who are playing the game you want to win.
And this is the message I really want to leave you with. It doesn't matter where you are, America, Britain, Africa, Asia, anywhere. Young, ambitious people just like you are the engine of the entire world. It's your energy, your new ideas, and your drive that are going to build the future, long after the older generations are gone. So please, remember this. Not everyone is a Mr. Grumpy. A lot of us see your potential, and we are rooting for you. We get that the world you're navigating is different. It's harder in many ways. And we will always be in your corner, ready to defend you and guide you whenever we can.
So we end with this final question, and this one is just for you. After hearing all this, what is that one big adventure, that business you want to start, that skill you want to learn, that risk you know you need to take that's been held hostage by fear? The path is right there in front of you. The only question left is, are you going to take that first step?